What's happening, everybody? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Hope you, your friends, family are all safe, healthy, and happy. And I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. Today, I'm going to give a little update about my tomatoes, the kinds that I have, how they're doing, and a little bit about suckers. So let's get into it. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Glad you're here. To my subscribers, thanks for coming back. I appreciate you. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That's the plug for the day. First thing I want to show you is the most awesome tomato I have so far. This right here is an awesome tomato. About softball size. This is one of the giant pink Belgiums. It's huge. Barely fits in my hand. So that's the best tomato I got so far. These are all pink Belgiums, they're growing. Here's a couple of early girls. So that's two kinds so far. I got 9 different types of tomatoes growing out here, probably about 20 plants, something like that. I'll go through them here real quick. But giant pink Belgium, that thing barely fits in my hand. It's pretty awesome. And then the early girls are the ones that I had last year. We made a lot of sauce and a lot of salsa with them. So next type, these are the burpee groundswell tomatoes. They're going to get pretty big. You can see right now they're bigger than a baseball. Not quite a softball, but there's a whole bunch of them here. And these ones are supposed to be somewhere between 1 and 2 pounds each tomato. So looking forward to that. Can't wait to start putting them into jars. Before we go, hang on, check this out. Last year, I had a big problem. I didn't get any bees, pollinators, until probably late July, early August, something like that. The bees that I have out in my garden this year is incredible. I almost have to watch out where I'm going and what I'm touching and things like that. I don't want to get stung because there's just so many of them. A lot of pollinators this year, so I'm happy with that. Maybe because I added a few flowers this year. I added some calendula, some chamomile, nasturtiums, things like that. So maybe that's what's helping out to get better this year. All right, next tomato. Next to my burpee groundswell tomatoes, I got these San Marzanos. These are going to be great for paste and sauce. And there's just a bunch of these too, all up in the plant up here. So those are going to be fantastic for some sauce and paste and things like that. All right, so that's a San Marzano. Next, these are the Gardener Delight tomatoes. They're like a cherry tomato, but they're pretty big for a cherry tomato, but not quite a big enough tomato. You can see there's a group here, there's a group here. Got some up over here, back here. I got a couple of plants, so these are doing pretty good too. They're starting to change colors, so they should start ripening up here pretty soon. We like our cherry tomatoes just to snack on in the house, things like that. We'll add them to salad or whatever. So I got a few types of cherry tomatoes that I'll show you. Next type, hang on. I had a couple of volunteer plants this year. One of them is the Candyland cherry tomato. Very small. I talked about them in a few videos that I had. If you look at my gardening last year, I got quite a few videos on them. But the Candyland cherry tomato, they're about the size of a dime, right? They're just real small, fantastic to snack on. They have so much flavor in just that little tomato. Here's a look. I don't know if you can see those, but very small. But there's a bunch of them. Off the one plant last year, I probably picked a couple hundred tomatoes off them. Next one is another one that I had last year. It was a Sun Gold cherry tomato. Very, very good. They're an orangish yellow type of tomato when they're ripe. So very good. Here's what they look like. Got these ones here. They're just starting. Got a couple back here that are about normal size. That's about as how big as they get. That's the Sun Golds. They are so good. I had them last year, probably, I think I had one plant last year, but probably took a couple hundred cherry tomatoes off of that thing too with the Sun Gold. So snacking tomatoes, Sun Gold, and the Candyland. Check them out. They're really good, really good. So the next thing that I want to talk about is suckers. And all of your tomatoes will produce suckers, and I'll show you here in a minute. But what I do, or what I like to do, is if I have extra garden space, I'll cut one of those suckers off of one of my maturing plants, and I'll replant the sucker. Let me show you. Now, there's kind of a process that happens. The sucker, when you plant it, is not going to do great at first. Here's an example. I cut and planted this sucker on Tuesday. You see that it's dying, all the leaves are dying, right? And it's not doing very well. But here's one that I did about a week and a half ago. It did the same thing, it died off, right? The leaves didn't do very well, but then it started producing new ones as soon as it dug into the dirt and started getting roots. And now I have a whole new plant. If you have some extra space and you want some new tomato plants, let's check out on how to cut these suckers. So this year I think I want another early girl tomato too. Great for sauces, great for salsa, great for sandwiches, things like that. So here's kind of what a sucker looks like. All right, so right here you have your main stem, and then you have your leaf stem, this one here, and right in between there, that's the sucker. Right, this one's probably a good size right now to replant. So I'm just going to take it, and we're going to bring it back to the spot that we want to plant it. Make sure to give it some space. Replant it up to the leaves, and now you just wait. It's going to die off. Like I showed you on the other tomato plant, it will come back. So keep trying. Some of them, they don't work 100% of the time, but keep trying. If you want extra tomato plants, just replant those suckers for free. Thanks for watching today. I appreciate you. My subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys subscribing, coming back, watching the videos. If you're new to the channel, please consider. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week and into the weekend. Hope you, your friends, family are all safe, healthy, and happy. Now, I'm gonna go enjoy some squash and pickled cucumbers and some Sweet Success cucumbers. So, again, have a fantastic week and be good to each other.